Good day and welcome, students. I am Teacher Christian, your technology and livelihood education teacher for this session of Handicrafts. And just to be assured, I hope that you are already in your comfortable place so that you can focus in our today's lesson. For the checking of your attendance, I want you to like this video so I can see if you are already watched our lesson for this day. These are the objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to: Number 1. Discuss the different methods, techniques, and procedures in making paper-mache projects. Number 2. Follow the procedures and techniques in making paper-mache projects. And number 3. Demonstrate the methods or procedures in making paper-mache projects. Before we proceed to our today's topic, I am going to show you a picture and you are going to tell me how many and what animals you can see. How many animals did you see? Yes, that is right. There are a total of 13 animals in the picture. Can you name all the animals in the picture? Yes, there are tortoise, elephant, mosquito, donkey, dog, snake, cat, mouse, prawn, crocodile, dolphin, birdhead, and fish. What do you think the picture was all about? Yes, it is all about animals. And since we are talking about animals, did you know that we can also make a realistic animal? We can make it through paper mache. Before making an animal paper mache, let us be familiarized to the two paper mache basic techniques, which are the layering method and the pulp method. Let us start with the layering method. Layering method. Layering method is the most common sort of paper mache, where strips are soaked in glue and added to a mold layer by layer. These are the procedures. Number 1. Prepare the mold or structure. Tear paper into small strips about 1/2 inch wide and 2 inch long, or any size you want. These size strips will mold well round most curves. Number 2. Use water only to damp the strips and smooth each one in place, overlapping the edges slightly to build a layer reaching to the outside edge. Allow the strips to overlap the edge slightly, as these can be trimmed later. Number 3. Apply the second layer of strips, and this time using paste and work the strips in other direction. This helps to build a firm and strong web. Paint the paste over the surface and smooth with your hands to remove any air bubbles. Do this after applying each layer of strips. Number 4. Add another layer of glued strips, working downward in the same direction as the first layer. Continue in this way until the layers are thick enough to hold the shapes. Here is a sample video on doing layering method. Before you begin, make sure that you have all of the following things. Next is the pulp method. Pulp method is modeling clay for making paper mache. These are the procedures. Number 1. Tear the paper into small pieces no larger than 5 or 8 inch square. Put the paper in this bucket and cover with water. Number 2. Pour water and paper into a large saucepan and bring to boil. Simmer for 30 minutes. The paper will begin to break up. If a dark scum rises to the top of the water, skim this off. Leave the mix to cool. Number 3. Working in batches, mix or use the blender. Strain the pulp into a sieve or strainer and press with the back of the spoon to remove as much water as possible. Number 4. Transfer the strained pulp to a large mixing bowl, stirring well. Mix PVA adhesive or glue. Mix thoroughly, the pulp is ready for use. Here is a sample video for pulp method. Before you begin, make sure that you have all the following things. I know that you are excited to use these two methods in making a paper mache, but now, I'll be showing you my own sample of making an animal paper mache. Let's watch the video. That's it. And now, let's have some recap. Now, you have learned how to use the layering method, also the pulp method, and you also learned how to make an animal paper mache. What can you say about the work? How did you feel while watching it? Were you able to follow the steps in doing the art activity while watching? Why is it important to follow the correct steps in making paper mache? Try to answer those questions and put your answers to the comment section. Let's do sequencing. Arrange the following procedures correctly. For the layering method, write A to C. For the pulp method, write A to D on the blank before the number. Based on what you have learned, what is the first step in layering method? Yes, that is right. How about the second step? Also right again. And for the last step, we have now, based on what you have learned, what is the first step in the pulp method? That is right. How about the second step? Another right for you. How about the third step? Correct. And for the last step, for the pulp method, we have after doing the sequencing activity, I can say now that you are ready to make a paper mache product. And because of that, you are going to try this at home. Follow the process in making paper mache products based on the techniques you have learned from the previous lesson and create an animal paper mache with the animals of your choice. That's all for today, and I hope you have learned from today's session. Before we end, I just want to read the session's quote of the day. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest by Benjamin Franklin. Thank you everyone and see you on the next session. This is Teacher Christian, your technology and livelihood education teacher.